Bank, right?
Electrical journalist.
Yes, so that'll be small.
You are trying.
Oh, thank God.
How was your trip?
Oh, thank God it was fine. Thank God for Johnny Mercy. How are people over there?
They are good by God's grace. God is keeping us.
I saw
midst of COVID, midst of everything.
Yes, that's so. Thank God. I saw must be a big boy by now.
Yes.
He must be.
He's 18 last month.
18.
Yeah.
So quick. Oh.
So now.
I don't know him again, though.
No, you still know him. You see the drummer that you know, is he?
Yes. Okay.
The drummer that you know.
Okay.
And the drummer in the church here. So
that's fine. That's fine.
He's doing the work of God in his own capacity.
Yes. I thought it has to do with the upbringing.
Yes,
yes.
Doing our bit, to show them what we are enjoying in the faith, and we only pray that it continue.
We pray so. By God's will, they will continue. Yeah, they will. So I saw Ivy and what's the third one name again?
Nosa
Warabi, Nosa Harry.
Nosa, you just
Nosa, yes. I remember. So it has been quite a long time. And since you left Itubahi. So indeed, yes.
Because I'm seeing all your activities, it doesn't seem as if it has been long, right?
Yes, that is true. That is true.
You have been updating us very well on the activities of the church.
We thank God. Thank God for that. So, actually, the essence of this call, I want to ask some questions. I believe some of the answers that you will give will be of help to some of us here. Those of you in diaspora that has kept on with the faith, even in the distant land. So I want to ask, even in this age of moral decadence, how do you and others seem able to keep the faith, even in faraway land?
I think it's all about, you know your values, and if you understand your values,
okay,
you should be able to, it's all about values and what you believe in,
Okay.
If you must have a faith first before you talk about keeping it, right?
Yes.
You cannot keep what you don't have.
That is true. Yeah.
And it's not for me. I don't attach distance or the lack of presence of a branch or members around for you to keep the faith. Right?
Yeah.
While I could remember while we were in campus then in Uniben.
Okay.
I know some members that did not identify with the fellowship. Right?
Oh, okay.
Even children of prominent members, they didn't identify with the fellowship. So it all depends on what you have.
Yes.
If you don't have it, you won't be able to give it. And you find yourself derailing at the slightest opportunity.
Yes.
So for me, I don't see the distance. If there's no place you worship with other members. I would say where 2 or 3 are gathered.
Yes.
My family, we are more than 3. So we are more than 2, we are more than 3. So it's very adequate for us to fellowship from time to time.
Okay. That is.
It's not for anything else. So shopping or, you must always want to, especially the children for me.
Yes.
So let them get information so that they don't lose out.
Okay.
Because as parents, we have a very serious in campus then, there are people that didn't attend while, because they just left their home, you know, in campus and stars around. So I think the best thing is to get the values.
Yeah.
And some travel out of the state, they won't communicate with wherever they are. So the values, if you don't have it, you can't give it.
Okay, you are right. Thank you. If it is the value, if you don't have it, you cannot give it.
If you don't have the faith,
yes.
It's the faith, right?
Yes, the faith.
If you don't have faith in the country, you can't even keep it.
Yeah.
So you don't keep what you don't have. Yeah.
So, okay.
So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Okay, that will lead me to the second question. There was a time that I listened to the sermon that you delivered some time ago, titled "Do Not Follow the Multitude." You still remember the sermon?
Yeah, it was it was. It ripples, you know.
Yes.
Positive and
exactly. So among other things, you made mention of birthday celebration. In fact, you talked a lot that very day. No, you made mention of the birthday celebration. Some members who celebrate this birthday do not see it as something sinful. No, after all, there is nowhere in the Bible it is written, "Thou shalt not celebrate birthdays." And since there is no law like that, one can freely celebrate his or her birthday. What is your take on this?
Yeah, I mean, just like for me, I like speaking from my heart, right? And there's always a point in time in your life, even though I was born in the faith,
yes, that
you need to be converted to a faith, right?
Mm.
Being born in the faith doesn't mean that you are converted. So, I've always looked at, I worked in very big organizations. I see, these organizations, they have their rules, they have their rules and their laws.
Okay.
And we follow it, right? For us to grow in those organizations, we just follow the do's and the don'ts of these organizations.
Yes.
So I'm looking at this issue from two perspectives.
Okay.
One is, do we follow the rules? You know. Then some people they want to ask, is it a sin or is not a sin?
Mm.
You know. So the question is, there's no place is written whether it's a sin or not.
Okay.
Just like smoking too.
Mm.
Smoking is not written that whether you smoke or you don't smoke, whether it's a sin or not.
Okay.
But we all agree that it's a filthy habit.
Yes.
And so the same thing for the birthday. So what I tell them, even when I finish the sermon, that is, it was a very, I struck a lot of chord and the reaction.
Yeah, I can. I can imagine that.
Yeah. So, some were very happy that, you are bringing this thing. It's very good. I think yes. I don't know. Among other things I said, that was, so, like I always tell them, I said, I have personally looked, we all grew up passing different stages of our life. Teenager too, so I've looked at it and I saw that you can draw inference.
Okay.
The Bible gives us room to draw inference.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you feel it's not a sin, then inferences, even though it's not written there black and white.
Yes.
Among our members, so discussion you have with members on issues like that is different when you're talking to one member, right? So for our members, I'll say, why do we celebrate Freedom Day? Is it written in the Bible that Christ was born in October? No. Okay. But we're able to use Bible chronology to ascertain that it's in the month of October. Then those that are not members, I say, why do you celebrate Christmas? Is it written in the Bible that it's Christmas? Then you're able to prove to them that even the person you are celebrating was not born on Christmas.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you Google how did the tradition of birthday begins.
Okay.
You see clearly that it always points to paganic celebration.
Okay.
And the Bible already warned us that we should not learn the ways of the heathen.
Of the heathen.
Right? We should not learn the ways of the heathen. So, like I said, you draw you can infer how come the only places that were mentioned in the Bible, Genesis chapter 40, verse 20, was Pharaoh celebrated the birthday, and the head of a baker was removed. You know. Then Herod, the popular dance of Salome, the daughter of Herodias,
yes.
Matthew chapter 14, verse 6. Yeah. Bible scholars say it happened in 72 BC, right? And the head of John the Baptist was removed.
Yes.
Then, Nimrod. So all these people that were mentioned, they were Gentile kings.
Okay. And
that is the only answer they mentioned, but they spelled it as Pirothday.
Yeah.
Even our Lord and our Savior Jesus Christ. There was no mention. That's why we could not know the exact day that he was born. There was no mention about his birthday. But we come to realize that if you look the whole of the scripture, it's the only one that celestial body came and heralded his presence when he was born.
Okay.
And history have come to show us that Bible and history have come to show that he did not have any sin.
Yes.
So that's why we of the God's Society, we celebrate his anniversary, not even his birthday.
Okay.
That is the only man that the whole world put together.
Okay.
God is the Son of God. True to true, right?
Okay.
If you talk about BC or AD, you are talking about Christ. Before his death, before his birth, and before after his death. Okay. The whole world, whether you are a believer, whether you are a Christian, you are a Buddhist, you are a Muslim, you are a Confucian, all those religions, all of it, they agree to use him to mark an epoch. So if we celebrate his anniversary, somebody that does not have sin, so why you as a mortal man? The Bible did not mention anything about death, about for a Christian, the Jewish nation, the people that God recognized as his people, none of them, you can't talk about Moses or any of the ancient faithful, even Abraham, all of them, you can't mention that you talk about their birthday.
Yes.
It shows that it has Danish practices. It's an idol worship.
Okay.
And if the church, I know a religious body that I don't want to mention their name.
Okay.
They take some of this is seriously. So for me, you can't say it's not a sin, because again, like I said, the church even came out. Sometimes they come out with seculars on these things.
Yes.
But the way, I don't know, when I take some of these sermons, sometimes I speak from, because you say you're a member. Sometimes you don't have an identity.
Okay.
And what makes you a member? If the simple doctrine you cannot keep, you are arguing whether it's a sin or whether it's not a sin. Those examples I just give is going into details. Even though you don't understand, there are people that are in some religious organization. They can't prove why they are doing what they are doing, but they just comply. I don't understand.
Yes, I understand.
You take the instruction of the for the Lord's sake. There are people that they call them white garment, right? They go to their hall with bare feet. They use their bare feet and walk through the streets. I used to see them in Nigeria. It's not too common, but through the street, you see them walk. They walk because they just believe that they are going to the holy ground, and they believe.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's play. Let me just play the video, a clip of the video of your sermon for our listeners to just have a look. Okay.
But these are the things that we see. Then, another aspect is celebration of days. Get Galatians chapter 4 ready. Read verse 8 to 11. St. Paul decried this and he wrote to the Galatians Christians. Galatians chapter 4, 8 to 11.
Howbeit then, when ye knew not God,
that time we don't know God, yes?
ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods.
Yes, some of us we are not born in the faith. We know where some people will tell you, get on, brother. Say, when I'm born, I don't know anything. No. I don't know. You people don't know the light that is covering you. I've been there. And you see the person talking, you know that you know what he knows. Yes.
But now, after that ye have known God,
after you have come to the lights, Christ, yes.
Or rather are known of God.
Or rather, God don't know you now, yes.
How turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements?
How come you do a reverse turn to the weak and beggarly element? What was he talking about? Yes.
Do you desire to be in bondage again?
So, some of us just prefer to be in bondage because why? It's the trending thing. We like to follow the multitude. Yes.
Ye observe days and
we
months.
Observe days. Birthday. You don't wish them well, so they just wish you just smile. Oh God. So we argue. Father Day, Mother Day. So we argue with you. If I finish now, I like those kind of engagement. So we say, where is it written? Where is it written in the Bible? I say, okay, if it's not written, then you can infer. You must infer. The Freedom Day we are celebrating, is it written anywhere that this Freedom Day? But we were able to infer by history and Bible chronology. We're able to infer. The Christmas is not also in the Bible. But some people pegged it on Pagan Day. But that is highly respected. A lot of people followed it. Do you know that same Christmas, people were jailed in those days, long time ago. But it's not something that is now commercialized. Some of us don't have that shame anymore. What is our value? Look at what Paul said. Continue.
In time.
And we observe times.
And years.
And years.
I am afraid of you.
If I tell this brother I'm afraid of you, he will say, rise and insult him. St. Paul said, I'm afraid of you. Yes.
Lest I have bestowed upon you labor in vain.
Lest labor will be in vain. We just want to follow the crowd. The true GKS member that grew up in a GKS family, we don't know each other's birthday because it's not in our culture. The only instance that birthday was recorded were two Gentiles. I usually tell people, you can infer. The Bible will only tell you that the day of one's death is more important than the day of one's birth. It's telling you a message. Why? Because you will be sober. You will live a more sober life than the life of waste and frivolities. And that's how God wants us to walk. Because when you enter into the realm of frivolities and gyration, there's a tendency that you lose your nuts. How many will I mention? Is it?
Okay. Thank you. It has been a wonderful time with you. And
trying to,
And I believe those of us watching this video must have learned one or two things from all that you have said so far. In all,
which video are you talking about? Am I on?
Your photo is here, so they are seeing your photo. So.
Very wrong.
Okay, no. Our families, they know. You didn't even mention your name. They didn't even mention your name, sir.
Okay. Okay. I thought you already introduced me.
No. Please tell us
okay.
Your name, please.
Okay. I'm Brother Israel Iyamu.
So you have heard from Brother Israel Iyamu, one time Vice Chairman Ikobahi branch. He was with us for a long time. but is now in diaspora, doing so well by God's grace in the faith. And they are waxing stronger and stronger by the grace of God. So all this time I've been talking with Brother Israel Iyamu, and I thank you so much for all the answers. The questions they look kind of very difficult, but you were able to give accurate answers to them, which of course will benefit many of us here. So I want to thank you again, once again.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
For the effort you are putting in publicizing the church and the truth in your own way.
Yeah, we thank God.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
You have a blessed day.
And you too. Bye. Yeah.